Hey guys, this is Elijah on the channel of Kazakh Baka. As you guys know me and my older brother from. So, yeah. Basically, I'm going to be doing the drone video today. And so, I base it off of one of these four concepts. It's going to be based on this one right here. It's going to be cool. And so, essentially, we have a little bit of it sketched out, really. Not the whole thing, but, we at least want to get a sense of what we're doing for the piece. So, that'll be fun. But, yeah. So essentially what we're gonna do is try to, show the perspective on the face sort of thing. I'm going to show, dimension of it. I'm gonna try to make it as detailed as I can for this, but specifically like as detailed as that cover that I did for this one. So that'd be fun. But play. Yo, put my song over to play. So that'll be fun to listen to the going on. But you guys won't be able to hear it, so because now YouTube is with copyrights and stuff. Might as well just, to make that. Cause it goes. It's all finger, the middle finger. So we kind of want to make it so that it's. So it should be about here for them. Basically, it's going pinky. So, basically pinky, finger between the pinky and the middle finger. Then you have your index finger. So basically, if you go like this, it should be your pinky should be the smallest. Your second smallest should be this finger right here. Then the highest one should be the index, and the second highest. Actually, considering the way my hand is designed, actually this finger should be a little larger than your index finger for me at least. But yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to get at. And we also got to consider the design that we had for the character in general, because there's certain things that you got to consider when you're doing sketches and so on and so forth. But so it was that. I'm pretty sure the last finger is the index finger, because it goes pinky, second finger, next pinky, index finger, which it should be the tallest. And then but yeah, there goes that. Because basically it's how the forefinger should look, essentially. Because you have your pinky finger, your index finger, index finger, middle finger, and the other finger. And your thumb kind of pops out on the side. Make sure I'm drawing this right. And not as it right for this hand, because this hand looks pretty good to me so far. But I'm talking about this hand specifically. I gotta also check my references to see if I messed up or not. Whether it be perspective or so on and so forth and that sort of thing. Yep. But basically, this is really what we're aiming for in terms of concept, look-wise. But like overall, we're just hoping that we at least get these two. We can add whatever we want in the background, to be honest with you. Like if you wanted to, we could add a whole bunch of eyes, which is something I might actually do because that sounds really dope. I would go into David or something like that because that'd be cool to me at least. So that'll be fun to do. Oh wait. I figure out how good it is. Because hand should be fine, but it should be the way that we're setting it up as well. So ain't worried about it. And that's why we have our kneaded eraser, but also our regular eraser. Because for these, you want to be sure to not messing up something super important. So you can honestly do something different with this. Yep, like that. But we should also lighten it. So that's why we also have our kneaded eraser, which is good to have in the redrawing. And this is a 2B pencil. We always start off with pencils because whenever you do a concept or whatever, you want to start out with the lightest and go darker. But for some reason, I also can't find my other pencil. At least right now. Oddly enough. But we'll get it. It's a fact. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, let me try to figure this out more or less. Because the fingers are there. Sitting here, they can only be so large, your forearm and your hand itself. Let's reconstruct this part. Because everything here looks fine. We just gotta reconstruct the hand, basically. It should go in an angle like this. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yep. Yeah, so that's basically what we have. Mm-hmm. So there's that one. Yep. That finger. Yep. You also want to make sure it's evenly spaced to a certain extent. Hmm. So there's two fingers. No, we have middle finger, index finger. Yep, there we go. Because it's a better perspective instead of it just being one note. Oops. Index finger, finger. Actually, that's the second large finger, like I said. So if that's here, this should be like somewhere around here. We should make that larger, of course. Wider, technically speaking. Here goes a needed eraser. That's what I was looking for. Excuse me. Hmm. accurately. That hand should not be that high. We're just gonna make these like normal hand for the most part for this side. Okay. Okay. That's a bit too high for finger. Those. Then we have this. Gonna jet out. Okay, that's good. Mm. Yep, there we go. Fixed form. There we go. Mm. Yeah, so this so far for a concept. Yeah, but we'll grab my needed eraser because it shouldn't be that low. Should actually angle, so it's going like that at the bottom. Should actually be going outward. Sorry for the increase in brightness. By the way. Mm-hmm. there. Who's that? Sorry about my headphones jack coming through the side. But basically that's what I use to talk to you guys for the videos. Doing different videos for the most part for drawings. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Fix it. So now basically we have the head shape. This down. The arms a little bit now. Okay, then what else can I add in the background? Considering he's going to be using this part, it's going to affect some areas. So let me see if I can get my other pencil real quick. At least try to find where it is. So I might have moved it. But, oh yeah, well, this is by my backpack. There we go. So basically, I'm going to be using that black pencil for the super intricate details, but this is basically going to be for overall sketches. See, because it's way lighter versus this one. That won't matter because I'll be using a kneaded eraser. Cause see, this one's way more of it's 2B, but this is HB. So blue, I label it as HB because it depends on the lead you're using. But this is 2B, as you can tell. It's the reason why I also had all the dark marks. Basically, I use this to see essentially what could I do in terms of the bottom area to make it interesting. Because whenever you're drawing, you also want to have it so that it guides the viewer's eyes, kind of like this that I did back here. This is what I'm using for reference, but I'm looking at the design now, which is great. Basically, there's a lot to look at in terms of this whole area. It's not just in one specific area. It's more of all over the place. Because you have this, the ability to look at. You have the buildings to look at in terms of detail and perspective going down. Then you have the name, of course, and you have this. So I can kind of go in like this sort of angle, which is a composition that I was going for that. But for this, it's more of a straightforward. You want to go this way, more or less. So, yeah. So I'm basically just going to sketch this out. The concept overall, what I want for the rest of it. And I'll continue with the part 2 of this. And I'll just say when I'm done calling this to part 1. And then I'll say that we're going to continue it from there. To let you know this is part 2 and then watch the other video. So, I want to make sure this is also like pretty good in terms of like flow. We don't want it to be super just straight there. We want it to actually have depth to the hood. Because if you notice in this design, this is like kind of big, but it's also not like super tight. It's kind of a little loose, so that it actually comes off of the side of his face from his mask and his face guard, basically, or mouth guard. Essentially, that's what it looks like. But yeah, that, and then so we have this design down already. It's easy. We have that down in terms of like concept where the hand's gotta be and everything. Then we have this down. So what else should we draw for the background? Because we're gonna be adding like certain things that are affected the sort of area that he's gonna be in, because that'll be cool. But I'm not sure what to put as a thing that's affected, because I wanted to also like not affect this area to a certain extent. Well, it's gonna have to actually. So, I was thinking of doing something where it basically has other panels and different sort of designs and stuff like that where it's interesting. So it has multiple pieces you can look at as an actual piece rather than just a cover. Because typically cover that just shows what's gonna happen. But this is more or less like a synopsis. That'll be dope. Not a synopsis, but more of a. No, it's gonna be a synopsis of like say a volume 1 sort of thing. That'd be cool. This is the final page to look at, and then I'll have a whole bunch of stuff from that. But I can also just change it too, actually. That's what I'm thinking. Basically shows powers, like I have in the concept here, which is what I have for this concept. So we have the main character here, without the mask and stuff, and then we have the actual other, basically Ninja Shadow, and then his alias. Title could be up here because we have space now. We figured it out. But we could also put it on the side so it wouldn't really affect anything too much. Like if we wanted to, we could just write it down here and down here, and it wouldn't make a difference. Because the only difference it would make is title placing. And I'm glad I centered this drawing. Because the thing is, whenever you're drawing, you usually want to have it centered so it's easier to get everything in focus in terms of composition. That's also why you draw sort of shapes. Like for instance, I didn't just start busting this out. I really, have to break it down to its simplest form so it's easier to draw. And not even that, it looks consistent. Because I know what we want to have here. Well, I already know what I want to do here. But I'm trying to figure out up here too. Because we're going to be using this power or whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and just show that essentially. I was gonna draw some debris. Hmm. Okay. That was that part. Mm-hmm. I got 3 of those. Hmm. Okay. Like, I really like that you're on Spain. So we can just sort of look that we want to have, at least conceptually. Like what sort of effects we want to have, essentially. We can add smoke in the front, actually. That'd be dope. What was I looking for? The cool thing about debris, you can basically make any shape and it would make sense for the most part, considering it's debris doesn't really. Essentially, what happens with debris is that it takes whatever shape distorts the molecules of the object. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but basically, it deconstructs atoms, like rips them apart to a certain extent, so that there's ripples in the actual material of the object. Kind of like how if you put a hole in water, it'll go around it. Like say if there's moving water, if you like grab a plate, it'll sort of take the direction in which the plate is to a certain extent, so it'll go. If it's like this, right? Basically, if the plate's like this, here goes water. if it can't go here, it'll go. And essentially, it's the same with an explosion. So basically, chunks just start flying off. So they take off. They're either man-made or organic shape to have their molecules and atoms sort of distorted. So there's that. But hopefully that made sense. So yeah, we know exactly what we're gonna do for this. We're gonna do something like this. Then we're gonna change it a little bit for my reference because we don't want to do 100%, the exact same thing. So then my character has way different powers, and so on and so forth. But we basically just want to show that he's affecting his surroundings too. That's really what we're trying to do for this piece right here. To show that his abilities are stronger than what people would normally consider it. And if he's in the area of darkness, typically there's not going to be that much light. Because his powers are essentially manipulating shadows and dark energy, that sort of stuff, basically. And to me, it's pretty dope. Plus, if he's a ninja, ninjas typically hide in shadow so that they're not seen. They come up quickly and, they're stealthy, so on and so forth, which makes sense. And if you're going to be, a ninja, you got to really just stay in the... You got to stay in the shadow so that you're not detected by your opponent or enemy, however you want to call it, or your target. So, for 8, we'll do 10 as a reference to my date of birth, which is the 10th. Because that'd be cool. That'd be a cool reference just to throw in.